What if someone you lost who had died returned? This episode of AfterBuzz TV is brought to you by the powerful and riveting new drama, Resurrection. You won't be able to stop watching or talking about it. Resurrection premiering on Sunday night, March 9th at 9/8 Central, only on ABC. You're not going to want to miss it.
Mr. Langston, did your son go missing, sir? I haven't. He's okay.
My son died 32 years ago.
What if someone you lost returned?
Daddy!
Honey, who is it?
Jacob. I'm coming home.
The television series event begins.
You're not the only one, there's others.
Tell the world.
Resurrection. Series premieres Sunday, March 9th on ABC.
You're listening to the AfterBuzz TV network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Keith Johnson.
From the AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies, this is AfterBuzz TV's Lost Girl After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AfterBuzz TV's Lost Girl After Show.
Hey there, Lost Girl fans. Ooh, yeah. Just listen to that really, really weird theme song.
It's like half jazzy,
yeah,
half sketchy.
Right? It's like it wants to be pop punk, but it just isn't.
It wants to be porno.
Kind of.
Yeah.
It's like this weird blend of all these different music genres.
I love it.
I can't deal. Hey, everybody. Lost Girl After Show. We're talking about Season 4, Episode 7, Le Fae Opera. It's written weird. I think it's Le Fae Opera. I'm not entirely sure.
That is not what it is.
What is it?
I don't know how to say it. It was French.
Okay. I can barely read it, so I apologize.
Okay.
I'm Matt Lieberman, your failure of a host, joined by my fellow failure, Yael Tygiel.
Hello.
Oh, man. I'm honestly, I can't decide if I'm surprised or not that it took this long to do the Bo enters someone's memories and everyone from the show plays another character episode. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's a time-worn trope on fantasy shows and sci-fi shows of just like we go to the past or we visit a storybook land or something and everyone is played by the other members of the cast,
right,
because we can't afford to hire new actors for something that we're never going to revisit, you know?
I loved it. I was really excited to see it. It's like every time, every season, there's one episode that is like the fun episode, I want to say. So there was the episode where they all switched bodies. There was the episode where Bo and Dyson were teenagers.
Yeah.
And I think this was that episode.
Yeah, this was definitely very much for the fans, and it was fun to see some old characters come back and to kind of dig into some of the history. Speaking of people coming back, I just want to we have some great hosts in the booth right now. Oriana and Roxy want to talk to you about the new ABC series Resurrection. You guys there?
Hey AfterBuzzers, this is Oriana Leo, and I want to talk to you about a brand new show on ABC called Resurrection. Hey Roxy.
Hello.
I just want to talk to you about the premise of this show. What if someone that you lost had died, came back to life, and suddenly returned on your front porch?
I would have a million things to say.
Well, that is what's going on in the small town of Arcadia, Missouri. Residents who have passed away long ago are suddenly reappearing. And it starts with Omar Epps finding an 8-year-old boy who comes back to life, but what's really blowing away his parents is that he died 32 years ago.
I can only imagine. I mean, parents prepare for a lot, but not for something like that.
So soon after that, more and more people begin reappearing, and there's this incredible mystery. I don't know how I would handle that, and I imagine the conversation that's going to be starting from this new show is going to be epic. I mean, we've seen shows about zombies and vampires and all kinds of different different.
I'm tired of that. I'm tired of seeing shows with zombies and exactly like you're saying, aliens. You know what? This is new, it's fresh, and I can't wait for it.
Me neither. Where you can catch the show is on Sunday, March 9th, 9/8 Central. It is premiering. And of course, at AfterBuzz, we will be having an after show. So I know I'm going to be watching it. You better watch it too.
Absolutely. ABC, they kill it with the shows, and I can't wait for this one.
Me too. So stay tuned, check it out, and get back to your show.
Well, thanks, guys. Thank you for joining us. We're both definitely excited for that show. I'm actually on the panel for that show, for the AfterBuzz of that show. So
well, lucky you.
Well, it's a nice day to be Lieberman. What is it? What is it?
I don't know what that was.
It's not a free throw. Some kind of basketball. No, a fadeaway. It was a fadeaway jumper. That's what that was.
Wait, why? I'm sorry. Do we seem like sports fans here?
No.
Okay.
But do I?
No.
Yeah, that's why.
Let's not make sports references.
Yeah, exactly. Well, okay,
Let's
fine.
get back to Lost Girl.
Fine. Let's get back to Lost Girl. So, Dyson, after being captured by the Unamens at the end of last week's episode.
Which, like I said last week, that they showed up and said that the Codex of Laws has been broken, and there's no way that they were going to arrest just him for sleeping with Bo.
Right, that's crazy.
Yeah, so it had to be something bigger.
Right, and apparently he's a big murderer.
Yeah, it's murder.
It's murder. Everyone in the streets is going crazy. It's murder. Yeah, but he doesn't remember. He and no one believes that he is a murderer.
And he needs a alibi.
He needs an alibi because there's no trial. He's
Right.
just getting executed.
Yeah.
Because the Unamens, they're like Judge Dredd. They're judge, jury, and executioner.
Mm-hmm.
They already judged and juried. Now it's time to execute. So we're running out of time. We see a woman get stabbed with a very ornate knife,
Mm-hmm.
and then he's just standing there shirtless and angry. And then I know I'm kind of skipping ahead, but the scene where he's being washed and he's just angry and wet
and completely naked.
Oh,
I love this show.
And it's Kenzie is one of the monks.
And Trick.
Kenzie and Trick are monks washing his naked body.
Uh-huh.
And it's just moments like these where I'm like, thanks, Jay Firestone. Thank you for giving me waking nightmares.
I don't know how you're going to have nightmares. I'm going to have sweet dreams.
You're going to have sweet dreams.
Yeah, about Trick, Dyson, and Kenzie.
That is an odd threesome. That is
washing each other.
Yeah, that is the second oddest threesome I've seen on TV this week. I'm not going to say what show because I don't want to spoil it, because even just saying what show will make it a spoiler. So I'm not going to do that.
Excellent.
Oh my God. It's the week of threesomes and I can't understand it. There were a lot of weird couplings we saw this week, or I guess two.
Mm-hmm.
Well, one in particular, but we'll get to that.
All right.
So, Bo needs to find an alibi for Dyson, so she pairs up with Dr. Lauren, who pairs her with Cassie, who we've seen before.
Are we sure? So I'm letting the fans decide because I'm not sure. I don't believe this. Is this Cassie, who is the Oracle from, I want to say season 1, when Bo went to help the Dark in that Chinese restaurant run by the old Jewish guy who feeds on luck?
Who we never saw again.
No.
Yeah.
And his niece, who was really annoying.
I don't think that this was her. I feel like this was either season 2 or maybe... No, because the woman who helped Dyson and Hale at the beginning of the season didn't have a mouth.
Right.
So I honestly don't know, but she does look familiar.
She does look familiar. Maybe she's just on a show that shot up in Canada, and that's where I'm recognizing her from. Who knows? But the show says we've met her. All right. So Cassie is an oracle. She's gonna help Bo enter the memories of Dyson and keep her kind of on point. They're wrapping the red string of fate around their legs, which is such an interesting idea.
Yeah.
I love that they brought this in. I hope that they bring it in again. And it was just a very cool item.
It was a very cool item, and they do that a lot on this show. You know, it was a little convenient but cool. I like the stakes involved where, most people wind up going crazy because they don't leave in time.
Right.
And if you wake the person yourself by cutting the string of fate, they will definitely go crazy because their memories will merge. And we're definitely going to talk about the memories merging and kind of a weird question I have. But in any case, she gets dropped into these memories.
Well, before that,
please.
Sorry, Cassie says to Bo, like, it's interesting that you're asking me to take you into his memories when you have this gaping hole, black hole of memories missing.
Yeah.
I thought you're going to want to look in that, but I don't want to look in there anyway, which makes it like even more like Bo didn't want to ask her, why don't you want to go in there? What do you see? Tell me.
Yeah.
And Cassie also said, this is another time where it's mentioned that Bo is part of some prophecy. Cassie says that Bo is this, you know, she's the unaligned succubus. She's supposed to, I wrote it down, lead the Fae into a new Fae era. And I was like, why can't we talk more about that? I want to know more about that.
Well, I feel like we got some major hints about it. I mean, we've been hearing that same old song and dance for 3 years now, 4 years.
Yeah.
And I think that these death shoes, these hell score shoes, are a big key. Because if she is the chosen one, then she can wear those shoes and do
what they're supposed
to do. Something with shoes?
Yeah. What is it? It's shoes, milkmaids, boobs.
Yeah.
Best line of the entire show.
Honestly, I feel like that kind of sums up Lost Girl as a series.
Oh, yeah.
Shoes, milkmaids, boobs. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So yeah, but here's a big question. So if there's a gaping hole, a black hole in Bo's memory, and Dyson couldn't remember any of these events until Bo went inside of his memory, how did they even get inside of his memory if it was the same kind of gaping black hole?
So my theory on this is that this memory wasn't a gaping black hole for Dyson. It's just a long time ago. Because it was 1899.
1899. But I mean, you don't forget the first time you killed someone you loved and then met Trick and then went to the New World.
Right, but the details, the
the finer details.
May not have been. So he needed her to go in there.
Right.
And then he remembered with her.
Okay. And we also just needed a witness. We needed someone to know what was going on. And rather than fully being herself, she is Dyson.
Right.
And she only has limited control over what she can do while she's in his memories.
Yeah.
Because she can't really change anything. You know, just like... so she starts waking up with 2 naked women.
Oh, yeah. Sisters, I believe.
Sisters. And then turns into a werewolf, jumps out the back hole. And
nice.
This show, man,
it's brilliant.
It turns me into an effing child. I can't even.
Shoes, milkmaids,
boobs. Win for everyone.
Yeah.
Jumps out this hole in the wall and it just runs off. Finds some clothes, laughing to herself. Ha ha ha. Aren't I handsome? I'm Dyson.
Yeah.
And all the times that she looked into a mirror and then saw Dyson looking back like doing handsome face, I just couldn't stop laughing.
It was a hilarious episode.
Yeah, it was really funny.
Yeah.
And she puts on these clothes, she gets spotted running until she is saved by
Trick.
The one and only Fitzpatrick McCorrigan.
Yes.
Yeah, who's a monk with a bow staff.
Yeah.
And he's like a tiny little monk. And it's, again, this episode, so funny.
He is awesome.
Yeah.
And what's really exciting is he's the only character playing himself.
Yeah.
He is
true.
himself in the memory.
Well, I think he's also the only one who's old enough.
Right.
Yeah. And after that, she goes to this bar to see her lady love.
Flora Blooms.
Flora Blooms. I don't know. There's just something so like, why blooms, not just bloom? Flora Blooms. I get it. Like 19th century. Okay. It's just,
So Lauren looks amazing.
Oh, she looks fantastic. But before we get to her, we have to talk about Kenzie as our little French angel wearing. There's a lot of just like awesome old school lingerie in this episode.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It was beautiful.
Beautiful. Gorgeous lace work.
Yes.
Yeah.
Kenzie looked amazing. I loved her as the French angel who I guess runs the bar.
Yeah. I love watching Ksenia Solo do character work, like these broader characters.
Yeah.
She has so much fun doing them, and, you know, she would just knock this out of the park.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it's just right in her wheelhouse. And she was fun, and she was flirting with Dyson Bo. And it's always weird when they make Ksenia and Anna Silk flirt on the show, because you know that that's not the relationship.
Right.
But it's also the only romantic pairing that hasn't been tried except for like Bo and Hale, but that's disgusting.
Or anybody, any of the core group with Trick.
Yeah, because those are weird matches.
I think it was very awkward to see Bo and Kenzie flirt, especially because from the beginning it's been established that they're more like sisters than anything else. But then again, how did the memory start? It started with sisters.
Oh, snap. Okay.
Maybe one day we'll get Dyson with Bo and Kenzie.
Listen. Don't get my hopes up, because that sounds pretty awesome.
I agree.
That actually sounds great. If we do the TV movie, I highly expect that that's a long piece of it.
That's the whole middle section.
It's the whole middle chunk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
45 minutes.
45 minutes. Hey, if blue is the warmest color can have an 11-minute explicit lesbian sex scene, then Lost Girl the movie better have a 45-minute explicit threesome.
I agree.
Okay. So Flora Blooms emerges from her fake tree set.
In that amazing
green bodice.
It was a green corset that was like part like woodland nymph, part poison ivy.
Yeah.
I love it.
And she rocked it. She got to get her bad girl on for just a little bit. And she's a beautiful singer.
Yes. That's not what I'm laughing about.
What are you laughing about?
Clearly when she recorded the audio for the singing, she like felt it.
Oh, yeah.
But as she sings in this bar, she's like, and I'm singing, and there are guys everywhere, and the musical number is almost over.
But that's like 90% of her acting style is like that. It's only like in those 10% moments where she like lets like the girlish nerdy excitement in, or like real anger that isn't just like frozen face anger. Like, you know, the moment when Bo's having sex with fake Lauren, and she starts mumbling about it to real Lauren, and she enjoys it. Like, those are like the moments in her performance that I always like. But you're lucky if you get one in an episode.
That's true.
Yeah.
But you're right. No, her singing was beautiful. The scene was very exciting and entertaining.
Yeah. And then Bo gets dragged away because she's in a memory and she has no control. No, I like Lauren. And she winds up, going up to the dressing room anyway.
Yeah.
Big old kiss, slap. Big old kiss.
That's never been done before. A big old kiss, slap, big old kiss.
Yeah, no, it's an original.
It's an original idea.
It's never been done. Classic. It's a classic.
It is a classic.
Before we get into what they discuss, because there's a whole bunch of stuff coming up, hell shoes, all that.
And the sex.
Gonna talk about iTunes real quick before we forget.
Okay.
Did you forget? You knew it was coming, didn't you? Oh,
Slap.
my smart. Oh, ow. That's smart, you smart little listeners, you. So we here at AfterBuzz, we do over 68 hours of free content a week. It's a staggering amount of stuff. Yael and I, today alone, we're doing 3 back-to-back shows. It's 3 hours nonstop, just talking about our favorite shows, your favorite shows, because we want you to be entertained and informed. What can you do for us if you're feeling so inclined? Well, I'll tell you. You know, we would really appreciate it. You go to iTunes, slap the show with a rating, give it a review. It only takes a second, doesn't cost you a single solitary cent. And not only does it make our collective days, but it lets our bosses know that A, we're doing a good job, B, that fans really like not just the Lost Girl podcast, but Lost Girl at all. We had to fight to do this show in the first place.
Yeah, we did.
Canadian show, and we're like, no. The fans are out there. They're excited. They want a podcast, and we're pulling it out for you every week. So it means a lot. It's helping the cause. Do what you can. And you also get a nice shout out right here on the show. We got a review on the 22nd from Buffy VS, Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I didn't know that she's a listener, but that's pretty awesome.
Thank you, Buffy.
Yeah. Thanks for covering Lost Girl. Love Yael and Matt. I'm so excited they're covering this show. Short, sweet, beautiful, but it means a lot on our end, not just for us, for our bosses, for the iTunes ratings. So thank you, Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Thank you, Buffy.
Contributing to the show.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's nice. I like it, knowing that celebrities are listening to our podcast, even fictional ones.
Fictional ones are the best celebrities.
That's true. Okay. Well, I really want there to be a Blood King listening to our podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Can someone leave a review from the name Blood King? Please. Pretty please. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. So he comes to visit Flora because he's heard of something amazing, the Hell Score. These shoes that the prince has on him that only the chosen one can wear, that Trick told him about, that, are worth a whole bunch because everyone wants them.
Yes.
Ultimate power and all that. So she's excited by the thought of selling the shoes and running away with him and having to a farm where, she doesn't have to sell herself anymore and she can go back to her trees, her one true love. And then if he wants to come with her, she doesn't need the protection, but he can come.
Yeah.
That he does. So we then proceed to have Memory Dyson, played by Bo, have sex with Flora Blooms, played by Lauren, in Bo's subconscious. So Bo is banging Lauren with her Dyson penis.
Which earlier she made mention of.
That
it got excited.
It got excited, and that apparently he was, as she made a comment as to its size. And it's good to know that it was always that size, and it didn't somehow grow bigger as he got older.
Because that's how it works.
I guess. He's a werewolf. Who knows how it works? Okay?
Now we do.
So, yeah, in what has got to be the weirdest moment, I think, of the whole series. Probably not true. I haven't rewatched the whole series recently. She's banging Lauren with her Dyson penis and then realizes that that's what she's doing, has a little aside about it to the mirror and basically the audience, and then goes back to doing it.
Yeah. It was great.
Yeah. And when she looks at the mirror, she's Dyson, and he's just having a blast.
Yeah, he's got the biggest smile on his face.
Dopiest, handsome smile on.
Yeah.
Like, woohoo, I get to bang girls. I'm young Dyson. That is basically who young Dyson is.
Yeah.
Until he murders Flora, or she gets murdered, and it's his fault.
Right.
But, yeah, really weird to see the two of them together. But I appreciate the amount of nudity in this episode.
Agreed.
Yeah.
There was a great shot of side boob.
There was a great side boob shot.
Dyson's butt.
Dyson's butt. Ksenia Solo's butt in the white stuff because she walked just far enough that we saw around it.
Yeah.
Listen, this episode truly was for the fans.
I agree. I mean, it also
can't keep a straight face.
It also gave us a nice backstory to how Trick and Dyson met, which is something I know the fans fans have wanted.
For a long time.
For a long time. And this season, they're trying to give the fans what they want. Not just all the nudity, but story-wise.
Answers.
Yeah.
Answers. We finally learned that, the world exists outside of city.
I made a note for you that Trick and Dyson, they started the Fae colony.
Yeah. That's amazing.
They said, we're going to go make a colony.
Yeah. They went to the New World. They started the colony. They started city.
Yeah.
What if they founded city? Like, not just the Fae community in city,
but the human community?
They founded city and got humans to come with them as their food source.
Interesting.
That's what I'm saying. Think about it.
Where is city?
Where is city? City is either in Vancouver, Toronto, or Montreal.
All right.
Yeah.
Which one's closest to San Francisco?
I don't know. I don't know Canadian geography like that. If someone knows, hit us up on the Twitter.
That's the city.
There we go. It's Vancouver. Thank you, Roya. I feel so strange, like, because Roya hasn't seen the show, and I'm just talking about Bo having sex with Lauren with her Dyson penis.
Yeah.
It's got to be a weird primer, a weird way to get into this show.
Well, I think if Roya understands that the show is shoes, milkmaid's boobs, I think she's good.
Okay. Are we fair? Are we fair on that? Okay. Great. Okay. Aha. So, soon after the banging commences...
as I recall, Dyson doesn't get to finish.
He does not get to finish.
Because there's a knock at the door.
I know. Worst night of his life.
Right.
And it's the prince, played by Vex. With the most goofy, like, lisp thing.
It's a Spanish accent.
It is a terrible Spanish accent.
Prince Felipe.
Prince Felipe. It's Felipe.
Yes.
Prince Felipe.
Prince Felipe.
And, like, it was, like, halfway between Spanish and the priest in The Princess Bride.
Marriage.
Yeah.
That guy?
Yeah, exactly. It was, like, somewhere between that and...
So then we can assume that he's Basque.
Right. You know. What?
Basque. It's a place between France and Spain.
Okay. So he is Basque.
Anyway, moving on. Nope.
So that's strange.
That
calls a lot of things into question.
American education.
Yeah, there we go. It's terrible.
Yep.
We get a terrible education here. So he comes in. He's got a box of death shoes, and you know, he's like, "Hey, you shouldn't be touching things that aren't yours." And she's like, "It's foreplay." And he tries to kill her. Bo Dyson comes in,
punches him
right in the face.
One punch
right in the face, knocked out cold.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy who plays Dyson is better at delivering the fake punches than Anna Solo is.
It was the most cartoonish, looking like. Bleh.
Right, and then it cuts to the wide angle, and she's still got her arm like cocked like this, and it was so funny.
I'm glad that you noticed that as well. I thought it was just me being critical.
No,
it was very cartoonish.
Yeah, it was. They could have done one more take.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Moving on.
This show, I'm trying.
Boobs.
I'm trying my best today. I know it's hard. I don't know why I'm so tired, but I'm doing my best. So.
Yes.
So they're running away. They got this body. They got to figure out what to do. They're not going to be able to smuggle the shoes out. But Bo Dyson is like, they'll never look at your feet. She puts the shoes that only go on the chosen one's feet on Flora Bloom's feet. They start to eat her, kind of.
They like attach to her.
They attach to her feet. There's nothing that's going to happen. She can't get them off. She's in pain. And this evil dude comes up, totally shoots her in the back.
His name was Crater.
Crater.
Yes.
Yeah. Crater shoots her, steals the shoes, and or throws the gun on top of the shoes, and is like, "No one will believe that you didn't kill her." Ha 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 ha. And that's what happened.
That was the memory.
Yeah, that was the memory. That's it. Yeah. Okay.
Excellent.
Have we covered everything in the memory?
Yes.
Okay.
That is the memory.
That is the memory, pretty much. Okay. I mean, that was the bulk of the episode. She discovers what happened and the why. Lauren comes in after Cassie tries to pull her out, and she refuses to leave. She's getting confused, and she's seeing this dude who looks like a high school track coach.
Yeah.
With a bucket, and he's just wandering around Dyson's memory. And he's wandering around Dyson's memory.
Say it again.
He's wandering in and out of a memory. He wandered, and I'm wondering, is that the Wanderer?
I don't know.
Because they don't explain it, and I'm like, unless she was on the track team in high school, I can't think of another explanation. Also, why would you have him there and not explain it if he's not the Wanderer?
Here's my idea.
Okay.
They do explain that he was there to help her figure out where the shoe is hidden. Because at the end, he's holding up the boxing or wrestling.
It's a wrestling championship belt.
It's a
It's
sports
the WWE belt. It looks like the WWE championship belt.
Right. Which lets Bo know when she figures it out.
Right. Where the shoes
He's trying to tell her the shoes are in the boxing / Dyson's
the
home.
wrestling, the belt.
Frame
belt.
Yeah.
Frame, because that's what you do with belts, I guess.
You frame them.
Right.
And that's where Dyson lives, and that's where the shoe is hidden.
Right. She assumes that Dyson is the one sending her this message. What are you trying to tell me, Dyson? She says.
Yeah.
But Dyson's awake this whole time, so I'm like, how is he able to send her messages?
I believe at the end when they're sitting in the bar talking, says that apparently his subconscious was trying to help her.
Okay.
I think that's what it is, but I agree that there has to be some sort of connection with the Wanderer.
It seems too convenient to not be some kind of connection, but maybe that's just me. I don't know. Maybe that's just us. I'm
hoping.
Just hoping for more stuff. They start calling him the one who wanders this week.
Yeah.
I mean,
the shoes have something to do with the one who wanders.
I know. Well, I'm tired of being jerked around. Okay?
Have you seen this show?
Yes.
Then you're wasting your effort getting tired.
Well, I can't not voice my displeasure because I want to meet the Wanderer. Exactly.
It's funny that Roya plays this and doesn't know that they played this all last season.
All last season on the show.
Thanks.
Thank you.
That was smooth.
Yeah. And the gang was all together at the end, sitting at the doll like old times.
Before we get to the end.
Yeah.
There was, at the way beginning, we see when Dyson is imprisoned by the Unamens.
Yeah.
The woman that they kill right before we see Dyson in his prison, hopefully the fans noticed, it's Pietra, the scavenger.
Oh, it is?
It's Pietra.
For a hot second, I thought it was Aoife. Then I'm like, no.
No.
Oh, from a few episodes ago.
Uh-huh.
Oh, great. She's dead.
We get to see her. I'm glad they showed us what happened to her because we liked her.
That's nice.
Yeah.
I'm glad that we got to see she was brutally murdered.
Yeah, by the Unamens.
These Unamens just need to stop already.
Well, so
they are garbage.
After Bo arrives with the shoe, and says he's innocent, that's when we see that Crater is
one of the Unamens.
Yeah, he's working with them, and they're evil.
Yeah, they're supposed to be the source of justice in all the land,
and unbiased. Just these are the rules.
But they framed him for murder.
Yeah,
what jerks! And then they were going to kill him.
Shoes.
I hate them. I hate them so much. I just want Bo to just get in there, kick some ass, bang Tilda Swinton, and then we can all go home. Okay? Am I wrong?
I don't. I feel like they are eunuchs.
Oh, yeah, like the eunuch.
Like the monk.
Yeah, let's talk about the monk real quick. Just finally, we meet someone who is immune to her charms, to Bo's charms. He flinches.
Yeah. Ew, don't touch me.
Don't touch me. Why are you touching me? And she's like, what? And Hale's like, he's a eunuch. Let me try. He takes his badge off. And then he slams on the table like a real cop. And the eunuch's like, ah!
Does he not like sound? Is he hungover?
I don't know. He's just afraid.
Yeah.
He's just afraid, and this is his first co-star.
And so he spills for a minute and then kills himself.
Yes.
With prayer.
With prayer. Because this is Lost, girl, and you can do that, apparently.
Yeah.
Anything else in this episode? I just can't stop thinking about Dyson's satisfied with himself mirror face. I just can't.
I think one of my favorite lines, other than shoes, milkmaid's boobs, is when Kenzie is imprisoned with Dyson. And she said, I always thought I would die with a Twizzler in one hand and Liam Neeson on the other.
Exactly.
I understand wanting Liam Neeson on your hand. I definitely do.
You're not a Twizzler? Girl?
I would prefer 2 Liam Neesons.
2 Liam Neesons?
Yes.
That's too much Neeson for even you, Yael.
No.
Yes.
Wrong.
Wrong?
Wrong.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. You and Jay Firestone need to get together and cook up a Liam Neeson screenplay. It's like Liam Neeson, but it's multiplicity, but it's explicity, and it's you in the leading role.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Done.
Multiplicity meets Nymphomaniac Part 1 and 2. It's a movie that's coming out, Lars von Trier.
Yeah.
It's very controversial. Yeah.
And Yael.
And Yael.
Meets Yael.
Okay.
Jay, we're doing this.
We're doing this. Okay, I think it's high time for predictions. What? Oh. Are we having some performance anxiety from the computer? Is it afraid of my raw machismo? Oh, wow. That's crazy because I have none of that. So, okay, so predictions. Yael, what are we thinking next week, rest of the season? We're 7 episodes in, 6 episodes left. We're over the hump. What's coming?
Hopefully a connection between the Hellscore shoes and the Wanderer, or the one who wanders.
Right.
Hopefully some sort of connection. I believe this episode took place just before, just early December when it aired originally in Canada.
Okay.
So I think in the next few episodes, the next episode maybe we get a Christmas special.
Oh, great.
Or themed something. I don't know. But I'm really excited. I think it would be great to see the Wanderer finally. I really loved that we got the answers about how Trick and Dyson started. I would love to see more of that. Maybe how they started the colonies. I think the Lauren, Ebony love might hopefully bloom and become something very interesting.
Yeah.
And
I love that she just goes and takes. It's like a do as the dark do.
Yeah.
You know, just like take stuff.
Yeah, take, don't ask.
Yeah.
Love it.
Love it.
I love to see her going dark, and I want to see more of that. And hopefully more Bo Dyson sex with each other.
Yeah. I think she should just, at the top of the next episode, put on the damn shoes, which will send her into some kind of hellscape where the Wanderer is and allow her to travel freely, confront her father, get in his face for abandoning her and leaving her alone for her entire life and generally being a douche.
And then bothering her for the last year?
Then I want her to beat the crap out of him, and I want her to have sex with someone that he really likes or really hates right in front of him just to make him suffer.
Wow.
And then I want that to be the end of the season already.
I like all of that except for the season ending. I want to see the consequences of that.
Oh no, this episode that I have in my head is about 2 hours long.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah, there we go.
Let's do that.
Let's do that. All right. Yael, where can the people find you?
The people can find me online at yael.tv. That's YAEL.tv. And if they go there, they will find interviews with cast of Lost Girl. So check those out. You can also find me on Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube at Yael Tygiel. That's YAELTYGIEL.
Okay, and if you want to find me on Twitter, which, I mean, I imagine that you do, you can find me there at... I'm so happy you did that. You can find me there at Matt Lieberman, MattLieberman. You can also find me here on AfterBuzz TV on a bunch of stuff. Almost Human, which Yael's guesting on today. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Cougar Town, taping tonight. Got Sherlock, 2 more episodes. Justified, I don't know what else. Got Resurrection starting on March 9th, Sunday, March 9th, so stay tuned for that. And if you're in LA, you love live comedy, come see me at the I.O. West Comedy Theater on Hollywood Boulevard, 6366 Hollywood Boulevard, Sunday, March 9th, as a member of DJ Fawcett. The show is at 9 p.m. I want to thank everyone for listening, streaming, downloading, whatever. Good night. I'll see you next week.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.
Thank you for watching AfterBuzz TV on YouTube. For more of your favorite after shows and interviews, subscribe to our channel here, and be sure to share your opinion on the episode in the comment section below here. We'd love to see what you guys are buzzing about. Thanks again. Buzz you later.